The beat on the beat.
Hi everybody and welcome to A Stylish Life. My name is ShaKayla Diamond and today I'm coming to you guys with the video about my plans for the summer. As we all know, school is out. For me, school has been out for a month. I graduated on May 11th, so I'm completely done with school until I go to grad school, and the summer is starting. Summer weather in Detroit is like it's here one day, gone the next. It's still technically spring, I think. I don't think that summer, like the first day of summer, is until like next week, but I'm not sure. I don't usually know things like that, but it's coming nonetheless, and summer has technically started. So I wanted to give you guys a video about my summer plans, the type of energy I'm keeping for the summer, what I'm trying to do, and all of those things. So let's get right into it. The first thing I wanted to do this summer is be intentional with my time. For the past few months, I've really been trying to hone in on this every time, because I make monthly to-do lists, weekly to-do lists, and daily to-do lists. And for the last few months, when I make my monthly to-do list, it always includes being intentional. I'm a person that I'm always very busy, very busy, always doing something, always on the go, always getting something done. But not every day is very productive as it is busy, and there is a difference between being busy and being productive. You could be busy doing multiple things, but on the productive side, did you really get anything done? And that's the types of things that I've been having a question with myself and also trying to fix. So I wanted to be intentional with my time, making sure that I'm being productive, making sure that the moments that I do have to get things done, that I'm using them and I'm not pushing something that I could have done today and I didn't until tomorrow because I just wanted to. Like, no, being more intentional with my time, planning my time more accordingly and actually following it and being intentional with it. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I want to get done this summer, and I just need to if I'm not intentional with that time, they won't get done, and then next thing you know, I'm passing those goals that I wanted to check off into the fall, and the cycle continues and the cycle continues. So just being intentional and knowing that, okay, well, I have these 2 hours, I could get X, Y, and Z done, instead of just being like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Just like stop putting so many things on myself and put things that are more important, but they might be less in quantity, because of course quality over quantity always. So yeah, just being intentional with my time this summer is something that I'm really trying to focus on. Next is enjoy the weather and do activities and get out the house. So before this summer, every summer, well, I work all the time, but every summer when I would come home while I was in school, I would go back to my job that I had, Victoria's Secret. I don't know if you guys knew this. I actually stopped working there before I started YouTube, because I started YouTube July 15th. It's about to be a year, but I started YouTube July 15th. I think I was still working at Victoria's Secret until August, but I don't know if I ever spoke on that. But anyway, every time that I would come home for the summer, I would go work there. I'm a person where I'm always at work year round, but especially at this job in particular, I would work 40 plus 50 hours every week. Literally, it was days that I was at work 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, like, and I had no time to do anything. Like, it was literally wake up, get dressed, go to work, come home, go to bed, get dressed, go to work, over and over and over again. So I never really had time to do the things that I wanted to do or even enjoy the weather. And it's really been like that since I started working an actual job when I was 16. I remember being 16 and it was so much stuff that I missed out on as a kid, hanging out with my friends. Why? Because, oh, I can't come, I have to go to work and this and that. And as a child, you miss out on so much when you working. Of course, working is all fun and everything like that. Well, it's not fun, but of course working can be beneficial, but you don't want to work too much to where you're always missing everything. And that was me literally up until last summer. I was missing everything because I was always at work, and I was so drained because I was working so much. I probably never had an off day ever. I never really experienced being off on the weekend or being off during the week or anything like that. And yeah, now as my job, I'm driving Uber and I'm still not off, but it's like I can choose. I have more of a choice. I'm not really tied to, I'm on this schedule, I have to go to work. But I will always be at work every summer. So this summer, now that I'm not working a job like that, who's to say if a job will come, or I'm still battling with that. I'm not sure in that area, but who's to say that if a job comes, of course it'll probably be 9 to 5, and I will of course still have that time to enjoy the weather and to enjoy the summer. But I never had that opportunity since I was 16. That was what, 6 years ago, to enjoy my summer, go to the pool, go to the beach, because when I would have the chance to do those things, I would be tired from working, so I couldn't really actually enjoy it. So I want to enjoy the summers. I want to go have fun. I want to hang out with family and friends. I want to be able to hit up the barbecues or whatever is happening, just knowing that I have the ability to go because I have the time. I'm not put on a schedule and having to be at work. It was many times where I missed fireworks because I had to be at work. 4th of July, I was at work. Memorial Days, at work. Labor Day, at work. Like, it was just a lot, and I was always missing stuff. So what I mean by enjoying the weather and doing more activities is just that, being able to enjoy something that I haven't actually been able to enjoy for 6 years. So yeah, that's that. And I'm gonna have to cut this out. Okay, next is be consistent with blogging and YouTube and push out content. So that's the major thing, is blogging. So with YouTube, I've been very consistent since July. It's just like this past month I wasn't as consistent, but I have over I have probably like 80 something videos since July. And trust me, the subscriber count that I have, I should not have that many videos because they aren't getting views. But I'm pushing out this content knowing that this is something I enjoy to do, that I always wanted to do. And I know that when those subscribers come, they'll have content to watch and it'll only get better and better. But I've pushed out so much content. I would do videos like 2-3 times a week. So I've been consistent with doing that, but it's just the fact that I have like 80 videos, and I think that the highest viewing I have on a video is like 30 views. So yeah, and I think I have what, like 31 subscribers. But I'm just continuing to push out content and not get discouraged. As you can see, I always talk as if there's somebody on the other side of the screen watching, when it might not be. But I'm trying to do that because I'm not trying to make it, I'm trying to be consistent and keep pushing out content because I'm doing it because I like it, and not because, oh, I want to do YouTube so I can make money. Like, if hopefully that is what happens in the end, but that's not why I started, and that's not why I'm keeping to do it. Because if that was the case, if that was my motive for doing this, I would have stopped a long time ago, because I'm not getting any type of incentives for doing this. This is all my own free will. But I want to be better with the types of content that I put out. I don't want to put out so much of the same content that when more people do start to watch, they try to box me into something, because that's not what this is. Like, I have so many sit down videos on my channel, but that's not what my channel is. It's just a small portion of it. So I want to make sure I'm doing a versatile amounts of content, and it's going to only get better and better, figuring out how I can, you know, set my camera so that quality is better, learning more editing techniques so that editing is better. I want to buy myself a MacBook Pro by the time the summer is up so that, you know, editing and things like that could get better, and all of those things. So pushing out content. And then for my blog, I started it in 2016, and I have not been consistent at all. Like in the beginning I was, but for like the past year I have not been. Yeah, it's hard to find, especially with me being in school, even though this is not excusable. It's hard to find places to take pictures, especially, you know, when you don't really have places to, or when but it could be so hard to find places to like take pictures. Also, I'm a one-woman show of everything that I do, so with pictures I have to take them myself, I have to edit them myself, I have to upload them myself, then curate the blog post, and that's just a lot especially with everything else that I had going on. I was in school, I had a job, I had internships, I had multiple jobs and multiple internships at the same time. Like, it's hard to balance it all, honestly. So now that I'm not in school anymore, that I graduated, I really want to put more effort into my blog, get back more consistent, because this is something that I started years ago, before I even started YouTube. And yeah, so I started my business first. So I started Young Stylish Lifestyle back in like 2014. No, I was 16, so that was 6 years ago. So like 2013, and then my sophomore year of college I started my blog. So Young Stylish Lifestyle was a thing before YoungStylishlifestyle.com. But it is something that was my baby before everything else that I'm doing, so I don't want to give up on it. I did have a time where I talked to myself and I'm like, okay, ShaKayla, do you want to continue this? Do you want to keep doing this? Is blogging something that you want to continue to do? And I'm like, I'm just not ready to give up on it yet. So it is something that I'm going to continue until I feel like it no longer serves me. I did think about hiring a photographer. That way it could kind of be less of a load on me, and I could just meet with them once a month, and each time we meet up I take pictures for like 4 to 5 looks, and then that's 4 to 5 different posts. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm still thinking on that, because I do know how to take my own pictures. I have 2 cameras, so I have this Canon G7X, and then I also have the blogging camera that I use, which is the Canon Rebel. And I do need a new lens for it. I think that's another thing that's kind of stopping me from blogging, because of the quality is not what I want it to be. And sometimes it's just, when you do everything, it can be very hard to be creative as well. It can be hard to balance the two, because it's like you have to worry about everything else. You don't even have the energy to even get to the creative portion of it. So yeah, there's just some kinks that I'm working out with that, but I do want to push out more content when it comes to both my blog and my YouTube channel, and not just more content but better content. I want to take it to a whole new level. But every time I save, I'll end up needing to touch it, and I want to get a savings emergency fund, because you never know when something's going to happen. A Great Depression can happen. Another depression can happen tomorrow, and then what? So I want to make sure I have an emergency fund just in case something was to go wrong. I'm not scrambling to try to figure out what I'm going to do to solve it, and I want to have a savings that I'm not touching it. So this year, that was something that was major on my list, is saving. I want to have a very good lump sum of money saved. That way, if anything was to happen, I'm good. So that's something I really want to focus on for this summer. I did definitely put a number to it, because when you put a number to it, it makes it easier to attain to me than to just say, oh, I want to save. Because then save what? You need to put detail into your goals, or else it's just words. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to save because you need an emergency fund because anything can happen on any given day. Next is get my passport. So I need to get my passport. I want to get it by July because I am going to Paris in September for Fashion Week and I don't have my passport yet. So I need to get it by July so it'll get here in time. So that's a huge thing that I want to do, get my passport. Next is increase my credit score. I want to have a 750 by November. I was very close, but then of course life happens, and yeah, I just want to get my credit score to a 750 by November. I always said my entire life I want an 800 credit score by I always said I want an 800 credit score by the time I turn 25. I always said that, but it's like either you become your situation or you change it. And around me, I've always seen people, like family, have credit problems, and I always knew that I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to have good credit, and I knew the importance of credit because I knew that if there was something I wanted, I didn't want to be told no. I want to be able to sign my name on that dotted line and get whatever it is under the sun that I want, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have good credit, there's a lot of things that you will not be able to get. A lot of people choose money over credit, and that's not always smart. And a lot of people say, oh, if I have a lump sum of money, I could buy it, 850 credit score. Well, most times that people get a lump sum of money, they don't do right by it. So do you want to get that lump sum of money and then you still don't have that? Do you want to get that lump sum of money and you still don't have that 850 credit score? So I always said by the time I turn 25, that's what I want. I want at least an 800 or an 850 credit score, and that's something I always said. So by the end of the summer, by the end of November, I want to get to a 750, and by the end of the summer, I want to at least get to a 700. And that starts with my credit cards. I have 2 credit cards, but I want to get them half paid off by the end of the summer. Period. No questions about it. Period. And then I want to, once my credit score gets to that 800 mark, I do want to get an American Express because I feel like it is very important to have credit cards. You do want to spend other people's money before you spend your own because there's so many benefits that come with credit cards. You just really have to be smart with it and about it. And that's my goal, to be smarter with my money and to get my credit score to what I want it to be, because credit has always been so important to me, even at a young age where most people wouldn't even care about credit or a credit score. I did care and I do care. You don't want to wait too late and then your credit is just horrible and now you got to do so much to fix it. So next is get my credit cards both half paid off. I just said that. I have a First Financial Bank credit card and I have a Nordstrom credit card. I want to get them both half paid off. The crazy thing about it is with the Nordstrom credit card, I really just applied because I'm like, let me see if they'll give me one. I didn't even shop at Nordstrom. It was nothing in Nordstrom that I would be going to get. Why? As soon as I got that card, I'm always in Nordstrom trying to look for something to buy. Because I got it now. I'm like, okay, what's up? Because when they approved me for it, I'm like, oh, this was like 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they gave me a $2,000 credit limit. Then they increased it to $2,800. I'm like, okay. And then I will always just be at Topshop because really that's all I buy in Nordstrom is Topshop. And I'm like, before you got this card, you were not spending no money in Nordstrom. So I don't know why all of a sudden you just spending buku amounts of money in Nordstrom. Like, I need to stop. I need to get my life, and I am going to have these half paid off by the end of the summer. That is a huge goal of mine. And next, last is get all bills paid off. So I want to get any bill that has a balance on it. I want it paid down to 0 by the summer. By the end of the summer. I do not want, that's credit cards, utilities, all that. I don't want to get into the fall with these things still needing to be paid. So getting things paid off, getting things paid down are really a big goal of mine for this whole summer. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please turn on your post notifications so that you're notified every time I upload a video. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. And you can also put in the comment section what are some of your summer goals. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.